All right, everyone, please remain standing. So, I want to welcome everyone to the Class of 2020's commencement ceremony. I am so pleased that the weather miraculously cleared up for us because the sun, yes, exactly, that's awesome. And you can also see that I had about an hour to work with the kids, and with socially distancing, you can't really do rows, but they did a really phenomenal job, so I am so thankful for that. At this time, I'd like to call up our class president, Gabby D'Antonio, to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, and liberty with justice for all.
I ask that everyone remain standing as we are going to play the national anthem, and it was pre-recorded by Zanaya Edmondson.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, all the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Everyone can please be seated. I would like to extend a warm welcome to the parents and families of our graduating seniors, as well as Dr. Johnson, Superintendent of Schools, Ms. Rodriguez Gomez, Assistant Superintendent of Schools, Ms. Good, Mr. Calgi, and Board of Ed members, Ms. Angley, Mr. Klupfeld, Ms. Canamatori, Mr. Lara, Mr. Delatorre, Ms. Kana, Ms. McGurk, Ms. Simons, and Ms. Takirian. All of these people have had such a positive impact in our schools every day, for which we are extremely grateful. And we are also honored to welcome our City Council members. Thank you for joining us. As you know, this is not a one-woman show. There are so many people that assist in getting you all to this stage. Ms. Mara, who is my vice principal and now is taking the leadership reins at Demarest Middle School. My 12th grade power team, Ms. Gleason and Mr. Ponce. Their counterparts, Ms. Weiner and Mr. Piccini. Mr. England, our athletic director. And also the amazing faculty that has worked for all of you over the past 4 to 6 years, ensuring you have what it takes to move forward and to get this to this point in time. I have been reminded over the past few months how amazing my faculty is. They choose this line of work because they wish to serve children, and I have to tell you, my faculty is second to none. I am so thankful to be working with all of them. And of course, Ms. Cruz, who could not be here with us, and Mr. Munoz, who have worked endlessly to ensure that you've had a positive 4 years at Hoboken High School. What a year. 2020 will be one that goes down in the history books. It started like every other year, but what a turn it took. A turn that has forced us to all go to where we have never been before. We were shut down due to a pandemic, and during that time, we all had to learn how to structure our day to be more efficient. We all had to learn as working from home is no easy task. This was unprecedented, and what started as 2 weeks extended to 3 months. We lost a dear member of our Red Wing community, Mr. Gary White, and some of our families also lost loved ones. All of this was tragic. For my students, they missed out on their senior trip, their prom. It was tough times, but you all recognize that compared to the human toll, it was not as important. As if that was not enough, we turned on our TVs to see the death of George Floyd, and we once again are reeling from this tragedy. It seems like history repeats itself. First a pandemic, and then with a continuation of social injustices. We think we are moving forward, and then we are reminded how far we still have to go. Usually when I get up here, I write about things that I think will serve you well. I will give you my tips on how to move forward. I think coming through all of this, though, you are far ahead of where you would have been should 2020 have been like any other year. So for me to share tips with you seemed like a moot point. But I do want to share a little story. It's called All the Difference in the World. Every Sunday morning, I take a light jog around the park near my home. There's a lake located in one corner of that park. Each time I jog by this lake, I see the same elderly woman sitting at the water's edge with a small metal cage sitting beside her. This past Sunday, my curiosity got the best of me, so I walked over to her, and as I got closer, I realized that the metal cage was in fact a small trap. There were 3 turtles, unharmed, slowly walking around the base of the trap. She had a 4th turtle in her lap that she was carefully scrubbing with a spongy brush. Hello, I said. I see you here every Sunday morning. If you don't mind my nosiness, I'd love to know what you're doing with these turtles. She smiled and said, I'm cleaning off their shells. Anything on a turtle shell, like algae or scum, reduces the turtle's ability to absorb and impedes its ability to swim. It can also corrode and weaken the shell over time. Wow, that's really nice of you. She went on to say, I spend a couple of hours each Sunday morning relaxing by this lake, helping these little guys out. It's my strange way of making a difference. I asked, but don't most freshwater turtles live their whole lives with algae and scum hanging from their shells? Yup, sadly they do, she replied. I scratched my head. Well then, don't you think your time could be better spent? I mean, I think your efforts are kind and all, but there are freshwater turtles living in lakes all around the world, and 99% of these turtles don't have people like you to help them clean off their shells. So no offense, but how exactly are your localized efforts here truly making a difference? The woman giggled out loud. She then looked down at the turtle in her lap, scrubbed off the last piece of algae from its shell, and said, Sweetie, if this little guy could talk, he'd tell you I just made all the difference in the world. So here is the message. You can all change the world, maybe not all at once, but one person, one animal, and one good deed at a time. Wake up every morning and act like what you do makes a difference. I have known most of you for for 4 to 6 years and have learned from all of you. But quite frankly, these past 3 months have taught me you are strong individuals and persevered through all of this. You are intelligent young ladies and gentlemen, and when you put your minds towards something, I have no doubt you will get the job done. Much like the old woman in the story, you must start making a difference, one small gesture at a time. You do not sweat the small stuff. You recognize the magnitude of everything we were going through and did not get lost in the things that you missed out on. Yes, you were upset and you had every right to feel those emotions, but you recognize the bigger picture, and that is truly maturity. For those I ran into over the course of the 3 months, you were gracious, not blaming anyone for this circumstance, but understood why we were in the situation we were, and always asked me how I was doing. That shows great selflessness, which is going to be required to be an instrument of change. I recently heard the song, Time of Your Life by Green Day, and the first verse stuck with me and made me think of all of you as you embark on making change. I was going to sing it, but I thought I will only share the lyrics instead. Sing it? I don't think so. Does everyone know that song now? Another turning point, a fork stuck in the road. Time grabs you by the wrist, directs you where to go. So make best of this test and don't ask why. It's not a question, it's a lesson learned in time. It's something unpredictable, but in the end it's right. I hope you had the time of your life. We must take this period of time and accept it and move forward to make a better life for both others and yourself. To my families, I stand here humbly before you. Thank you. Thank you for trusting me with your most valuable possessions, your children. I learned that a school without children in the halls is not normal, and it was so uncomfortable to me. I missed your smiles. I missed your snarky comments, your lateness, your kindness, your sense of humor, and most importantly, my ability to just give you a hug. That day will come again soon. An hour ago, I had my most favorite part of the day in the auditorium with you all, walking around, giving you your boutonnieres and corsages, and your eyes are wide, and they look at me with excitement, and they beg the question, what next? Class of 2020, you have your work cut out for you, but I have no doubt that you will make great strides. Remember the old woman with the turtles, one small step at a time, because each step matters and makes a difference. Whatever you do after today, please know that my heart is full of love for each and every one of you. Miss you, I'm proud of you. And as always, be kind, peaceful, forgive, and make every day count. So, Mayor Bala was unable to join us today, but he has asked that I extend his congratulations to all of you. So from the Mayor of Hoboken, he bids you all well and congratulates you. At this time, I have the pleasure of introducing the Salutatorian of Hoboken High School's class of 2020, Gabriella D'Antonio. Gabby has been accepted into Montclair State's prestigious nursing program. We're very proud of her. Gabby?
Parents, relatives, teachers, all right, are we ready now? Okay, great. Okay. Hello and good evening, parents, relatives, teachers, administration, and of course the reason why we are sitting in the scorching July sun, the class of 2020. For those of you that do not know me, my name is Gabriella D'Antonio, and I am our class of 2020 president. While it is an honor to be speaking at such a joyous event, Writing the speech was a bittersweet experience. I was not certain if I would have the opportunity to deliver the speech to you all and celebrate as a whole. The thought of not being able to celebrate together truly tore me up inside. Our class is a very unique group, not only because our year was hijacked by a global pandemic, but because of the sense of community that our group holds. We have had the rare opportunity to interact with all of our classmates on a daily basis. We have been lucky enough to spend time with each other, whether it was in a classroom, lunchroom, or just passing by in the hallways. Most of us have been together at Hoboken High School for the last 6 years. We started as naive and timid 7th graders that have blossomed into the intelligent and capable young adults that we are today. Our about 90-person class has grown together, struggled together, and persevered together. Back in March, we were told that we would be gone for 2 weeks. 2 weeks quickly turned into 2 more weeks, which turned into the end of spring break, which turned into an indefinite closure. Our world came to a crashing halt as we were told the news that we would never return to high school. We all pictured ourselves celebrating our accomplishments at awards dinners, dancing the night away at prom, and signing each other's yearbooks on the last day of school. Our senior year was cut short. These memories would never be made. This is the truth, and what has happened is now a part of our journey that life has planned for us. With all the negativity that surrounds our senior year, I want to take a second to reflect on the beautiful memories that we have created as a class. Our spirit days that made us laugh as Jason walked through the halls in a full Jesus costume for Superhero Day, to the powder puff game that we were this close to winning, and to be truthfully honest, I think our defeat was caused by Mr. Munoz's bad calls. And who can forget about our fall and winter pep rallies that will go down in Hoboken High School history. The experiences we have created here at Hoboken High School we will never forget and will last us a lifetime. For the last couple of months, I have tried to find the light in our dismal situation. If I'm being completely honest, I didn't know if there was even a light to be found. But as I've had time to reflect on our situation, I recognize how each day deserves to be celebrated. We know now that life could stop at an instant. We are fortunate enough to understand that life is not always about just looking towards the prom-like event, the big celebration. We have learned the importance of celebrating everything that life has to offer us, appreciating every moment. Whether your accomplishment is big or small, celebrate in the loudest way possible. Our accomplishments are a part of our journey, and every piece of our journey is special and unique in its own way. As we embark on our next journey, I leave you with these words from our fellow classmate, Xavier Ventura. No friends or enemies, only family over here. The class of 2020's vision has never been so clear. We will laugh, we will cry, we will say our goodbyes, but now we must spread our wings as we are ready to fly. For this accomplishment is just one of plenty, but all in all, congratulations to the class of 2020. Thank you for having me speak today. Let's begin our journey. Once a Red Wing, always a Red Wing.
Thank you, Gabby. At this time, I have the pleasure of introducing the Hoboken High School class of 2020 valedictorian, Rebecca Weintraub. Rebecca will be attending Vanderbilt University in the fall and will study human and organizational development and political science.
Hello, everyone. You guys, we actually made it. And I think we can say, more so than any class that came before us, that it was quite a journey. Now, I could stand up here and mourn all the moments that we lost. Talk about how I would give anything for the 3 months we missed and the memories we never got to make. Talk about the Red Wing spirit. I won't. And yet, I also can't give the speech that I would have given 4 months ago, because we are not the same people that stepped out of the building on March 13th, and it is not the same world. We have faced a global pandemic, a crushing economic collapse, and a civil rights movement. We've grown up. We weren't going to be able to stay inside the walls of Hoboken High forever. Whether we liked it or not, the real world was coming. And the real world didn't give us time to adapt to life outside of Hoboken High. It threw us right in. To a world where systems are built to protect those in power. To a system built on racism, sexism, and injustice. To a system built to silence our voices. To a pandemic killing hundreds of thousands and shining a light on the injustices of the system that have been protected for so long. We have no choice but to fight for change. Now, we may not all have the same vision for the future of our community, our country, or our world. But I implore you, whatever your vision is, fight for it. Don't go silently into this next chapter accepting the norm, because that norm has been irrevocably changed. Our generation has a chance, has the responsibility to change what normal looks like. Fight for the world you want to see, and don't let anyone silence you. Your voice matters, in this community and in whatever fight you choose to take on. Remember that the only way to make real change is to work together, to listen and to lift each other up. Inside those walls, we learned how to have hard conversations, how to listen and to work together. It was not always easy, but I like to think that we've gotten better at it. In debates about the best strategies for Powder Puff, fundraisers, or the pep rallies, we came together to get it done. It is time to take that same spirit out into the world. It's time to fight against systems of injustice. It's time to fight for Black lives. It's time to fight against voter suppression, for equal representation, for health care for all, for equal pay for equal work, for autonomy over our own bodies. It's time to fight for justice. I'm going to try my very best to embody that fight every day, at Vanderbilt and wherever else I may end up, and I hope that you do too. Thank you to every single teacher we've had over the years who saw us at our best and our worst and never gave up on us. Thank you to Mr. Ponce, Mr. Piccini, Mr. Munoz, and Ms. Pick for keeping the building spirit alive. Thank you to Ms. Gleason for putting up with our crazy class and for helping us on the path to our dreams. I don't know where I or any of us would be without you. You go above and beyond every single day, and it becomes so much more than a guidance counselor for all of us. Thank you to Ms. Cruz for everything. I truly don't know how she does all that she does for our class and for the entire school. You're the reason we're here. Thank you to the entire Hoboken community for finding ways to celebrate this milestone during our crazy year. On a personal level, thank you to Mr. Huggins, Mr. DiBernardo, and the entire debate team, without whom I don't know who I would be today. Thank you for helping me find my passion and for pushing me to be the best possible version of myself. I can't wait to come back and see all the mock trial wins that Hoboken High collects. And finally, thank you to my parents and my little brother for believing in me and for always being there no matter what. I love you. Class of 2020, you have taught me more than you will ever know. You have shaped how I see the world. Taught me what music I should be listening to and what Spanish food should really taste like. You taught me how to stick up for myself and how to listen. Thank you for the past 4 years, and I hope you know how much of an impact you've made on this entire community. Some say that high school is the best 4 years of your life. Please, don't let high school be the best 4 years of your life. Cherish our memories and remember these years with pride and fondness, but go out there and thrive. Take the cheers of Friday nights, the tears from when it wasn't going our way, the lessons we've learned and the friends we've made, and go out and make every 4 years better than the last. Go out and fight, and never forget that you are a Redmond. Congratulations.
Thank you, Rebecca. Bear with me 2 seconds. At this time, I'd like to call up my superintendent of schools, Dr. Christine Johnson. She has a few words, and she must certify the diplomas. Thank you.
Good evening. So I have the best job at graduation night because I'm the one that gets to certify your diplomas. But I just need about 2 or 3 minutes to brag a little not only for you, but for your parents and your family members who are here just to hear it. So I'd like to take a moment to congratulate the class of 2020 and to just share a few words before I do certify the diplomas. Graduating from high school is a monumental accomplishment, as your years in the district inevitably included both personal challenges and memorable rewards. You have had so many successes to be proud of, and your maturity during this unprecedented time impressed every adult in the school community. Your accomplishments included athletic championships, academic accolades, debate team honors, musical and theater arts awards, certificates for written publications, and the completion of advanced placement classes, as well as dual credit high school and college courses as well. There are 14 of you sitting in front of me wearing the New Jersey Seal of Biliteracy cord. We also have 46 of you who have earned the Wise Financial Literacy National Certificate. Others are sporting Honor Society cords. Some of you have traveled to France and England, Italy, and Spain while you've been here at Hoboken High School, and others had the opportunity last year to travel to Japan. Many of you participated in the nationally recognized PLTW program for biomedical science, computer science, and engineering, and some of you even had the opportunity to participate in Rutgers pre-medical honors program. But most impressively, and here's the time to brag, as a class, you're not a large class, you're a small class, collectively you have been offered over $17.5 million in college and university scholarships. Those scholarships are for academic achievement, leadership, and athletics. You also received an additional $52,000 in local community scholarship awards and over $2 million in RaiseMe.com scholarships. This is more than 9 times the amount earned 6 years ago. I'm proud to announce that 97% of you applied to 2 or 4-year colleges and universities, and 96% of you were accepted. I'm also extremely proud of you, especially those who decided upon technical schools or prep schools or even military service. Each of you had an abundance of opportunities at Hoboken High School. I hope that you courageously take advantage of what is available to you each step of the way moving forward. Graduation sometimes can bring about anxiety. It's the unknown associated with new people that will come into your lives and new places that you're going to go and new daily routines. But graduation also brings about great excitement, sparked by the new opportunities that lie ahead. Think about the words spoken by Haley James Scott. We have to be vigilant in protecting our opportunities to succeed, to laugh, to be enchanted, and to live. Life does not owe us anything. In fact, we owe something to the world. Now is the time for you to spread your wings and rise up. Your dreams are within reach and the possibilities are vast. Now is the time for you to set and strive and achieve new goals. Class of 2020, continue to take a stand for things that are important to you. Don't ignore them, don't look the other way, do exactly what your heart tells you to do, and take a stand. You're here, you're present, you're visible, and you are remarkable. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. At this time, I am honored as Superintendent of the Hoboken Public School District to certify that each and every one of the students assembled here tonight for this very special occasion and momentous graduation has in fact completed all of the requirements in accordance with the New Jersey Administrative Code and the Hoboken Public School District's graduation policies. It is now time to distribute diplomas. Congratulations, 2020.
Okay, so it's a little bit different this year as in years past. When Miss Gleason, who will be up here announcing your names, there's a sticker that has your name on the outside. When you take your diploma, there'll be a picture taken at the end of the ramp. So take the sticky off and crumple it up so you can take it without the sticky on it. All right, but make sure you grab your own diploma. All right, Mrs. Gleason, would you please do the honor of announcing the names of our senior class?
Guys. Just first row, just the first row. Joshua Alvarenga. Sebastian Baldessari. Samuel Basile. Daisy Casaguano. Alanis Kangley. Dominic Castellito. Rodney Klassen. Dasmir Coleman. Anthony Concepcion. Fabian Cordova. Roberto Cortez. Malcolm J. Cummins. Gabriella D'Antonio. Vikas Damani. First row, sit down. Yeah. James Davis. Monique R. Davis. Gianella A. Dela Cruz. Gabriella Del Valle. Kayasia Dunbar. Kiara Lee Eckhart. Anthony Effinger. Natalia Eid. Miracle Emanuele. Anna Flores. Nijon Freeman. Halim Gilliard. Mia Gilliard. Michael H. Gladback.
Row 2, please sit down. Row 3, please stand up. Anaya Gonzalez. Gabriella Gonzalez. Jaden Guzman. Jaheem Harmon. Daniel Henson. Savion Huggins. Theron Innelson. Lorraine Iniguez. Emmanuel Irizarry. Isabella Japaz. Alasia Jimenez. Isaiah Johnson. Cheyenne Langhorn. Peter Leone. Row 3, please sit down. Row 4, please stand up. Christopher Martinez. Destiny Martinez.
Mirka Martinez.
Zoe Matisich. Jesse McAllister. Jihad McCall. Gabriel Mulatto. Ali Mendoza. Joseph Moretz. Devion Morrison. Damon Murray. Javier Negron. Nicholas Niera. Liani Nieves. Amanda O'Brien. Row 4, please sit down. Row 5, please stand up. Isa Olivieri. Kaylee Olivieri. Nadir Orsini. Amanda Ortiz. Brandon Otero. Victoria Padron. Hugo Patney. Madison Pedraza. Emily Perez. Deshaun Pickett. Jacob Rivera. Luis Rivera. Melanie Roche. Hennessy Rodriguez. Row 5, please sit down. Row 6, please stand up. Durania Roman. Christian Santiago. Jason Santiago. Emily Schroeder. Abraham Sepulveda. Shayna Sullivan. Faith Steffens. Kaya Torres. Mariah Torres. Naisha Vargas. Paul Vasquez. Sean Velez. Xavier Torres. Xavier Ventura. I'm sorry, Xavier. I had to mess up one. Rebecca Weintraub.
Row 6, have a seat. I have a couple of things I just wanted to mention. Underneath your chairs, there's two things. There's a little box of cookies, that's from your PTO, and don't eat them now. Please don't start now. Wait 10 more minutes. And there's also a card from Hoboken Grace. They were very gracious and they gave us a nice card. Please don't lose that card because there's something in there for each and every one of you. All right. Okay. So before we finish up with the announcement of the class of 2020 and the singing of the alma mater, thank you, Rodney. Someone listen to my instructions. Before we do that, I just want to share with you the way we're going to dismiss, so we do it in a safe and orderly manner. I am going to announce 3 names, and then you, the graduate, are going to go meet your parents and leave through the exit or entry where you came in. The parents will know, okay? No, that doesn't mean for over here. Your parents came in a specific entry and exit. So, all the housekeeping stuff is done. I'm going to ask for all my graduates to please stand up. Turn to face your families. Face your families. Move your tassel from the right to the left. I present the class of 2020. Okay. Congratulations. So, now, my graduating class, can we turn? Look back at me. Turn to the page. I want to hear you sing loud. Carlos, Roman, can you,